Poisonous mushrooms are dangerous because, although innocent looking, they can be harmful to your health and well-being. Some varieties are even deadly. However, foraging for mushrooms can be pleasurable and gratifying, but you always need to be on the lookout for these poisonous varieties. So, it's essential to be careful, as while many mushrooms are edible, and even medicinal, some are harmful. Because these toxic varieties mimic the look of their edible varieties, they are challenging to detect. Death-capped mushrooms are aptly named, for it only takes a couple of bites into this allegedly tasty mushroom to cause your death. Symptoms begin to appear a day or two after eating. As a consequence, death can take up to 1 week to occur. These mushrooms have a round silver cap on top and a stem that is pure white. They grow under bushes and shrubs close to the ground. Death caps are especially dangerous since they tend to prosper in city environments. Canada's Vancouver area has, in the past, had a breakout of death-cap mushrooms, during which the death of a child occurred. Notably, death caps look innocent enough and don't have the usual bitter taste that is often associated with toxic mushrooms. Unfortunately, by the time symptoms begin to appear, the damage has already started. Destroying angel mushrooms are related to death caps and are nearly as fatal. With a white, bulbous cap and a thin stem, destroying angels look very much like puffball mushrooms. Thankfully, what differentiates the destroying angels is a white stem and gills that are not attached to the stem. These mushrooms also have a broken membrane at the base of the stem. Destroying angel mushrooms represent the bulk of toxic mushroom-related deaths since treating the toxin is extremely difficult. Signs of poisoning are evident at approximately 5 hours after ingestion. Unfortunately, by this time, the poison has commenced destroying the victim's liver and kidneys. Jack-o'-lantern mushrooms are so called because of their distinctive orange color. These dangerous mushrooms grow in clusters and have gills. This assists in helping to differentiate them from chanterelles, which are comparable in appearance but are edible. And, they have false gills that run down the stem. Deaths from jack-o'-lanterns are uncommon. However, it's still worth watching out for these toxic mushrooms. If you're uncertain whether what you're looking at is a jack-o'-lantern or chanterelle, compare the gills one with the other. Also, jack-o'-lanterns emit a soft light in the dark. But, chanterelles don't glow in the dark, and they don't have real gills, just gill-like structures. If you love mushrooms, you probably like morels. They are tender and have a distinctive woodsy taste. You will find this springtime delicacy near dead, fallen trees, particularly in chillier climates. However, false morels grow in the same environment as true morels. The false morel group also contains other varieties of toxic morel-like mushrooms. Ingestion of a false morel is not always deadly. Some individuals hunt for and cook these mushrooms much like a standard morel, an activity not to be lightly considered. The problem is that some mushrooms have a higher concentration of poison in them, and some individuals are more sensitive to that poison. If somebody with a high sensitivity to the toxin consumes mushrooms with a high concentration of poison, it might not bode well. Signs of poisoning from false morels consist of diarrhea and vomiting and could result in death. Knowing the difference between poisonous and edible mushrooms could mean a matter of life and death. When hunting for mushrooms in the wild, make sure you are positive that what you are selecting is edible. If there is any doubt, leave it be. It is worthwhile considering the purchase of a reputable mushroom handbook to familiarize yourself with poisonous mushrooms.